Several years ago, we had a home recording studio where we made lots of recordings. We had several guitars, mandolins, violins, keyboards, and so on. Most of the time, they were out of the cases and sitting around our studio. So I decided to make a rack to keep them on where they wouldn't get damaged. This is the rack that I decided to build. We actually had two of them at the time. The rack is made from standard wood sizes and has a drawer to keep small items such as guitar picks and strings in, along with other small items such as tools to work on the guitars with, change strings, and so on. The two areas that come in contact with the instruments are covered with felt that is glued to the neck area and the areas that the guitars sit on. We'll begin with the legs. They're made from 2x3s and are 28 inches high. All sizes are shown during this video. Next, we have the leg connectors. They are also from 2x3s and are 23 inches long. Drill holes for the screws and assemble them with wood glue. Next, we'll make the pan for catching anything that may fall from the instruments and to keep dirt or anything else from falling into the drawers, as shown. These will be made from 1x2s. The parts on the wide portion of the rack are 33.5 inches long. The pieces from front to back of the unit are 21.5 inches long. Make sure to assemble with small brads and wood glue. To assemble the pan to the sides, turn the unit upside down on a smooth, flat surface, such as a garage floor. Then fasten to the sides with sheetrock screws and wood glue. It's always a good idea to drill holes before trying to insert the screws. Now we will attach the back brace onto the two back legs. This piece is 2.5 inches wide and 36.5 inches long. The piece of 1/8 inch plywood is cut to fit onto the bottom of the pan and nailed in place using wood glue and finish nails. Next, assemble the drawer guide below the pan. This is assembled exactly as you did the pan. It is the same size as the pan and should be assembled with finish nails or brads and wood glue. Assemble to the legs with sheetrock screws and wood glue. This piece should be 5 inches below the plywood on the bottom of the tray. Now we'll turn the unit right side up and place the rails for the guitar on it. The first piece is 4 inches from the front. It is 2.5 inches wide and 36.5 long and fits on the top of the rails. The second piece is the same size as the first and will be attached 7.5 inches behind the first piece. These pieces are attached with wood glue and sheetrock screws and will be covered with felt to protect the finish on the guitars. Now we'll make and attach the uprights. These are 2x3s and are 26.5 inches long. They will be attached to the sides of the top rail of the cabinet with wood glue and sheetrock screws. We cut a notch with a table saw to connect the uprights to the top rail of the cabinet. The uprights sit directly in back and against the back of the back rail. Now you can measure for the connector at the top of the uprights. This will be attached to the uprights with wood glue and sheetrock screws. Remember to drill before you try to put the screws in. Next, we'll place the neck separators. These will be glued to the top rail as shown. If you wish, you can use round dowels and drill holes into the top rail. After the rack is completed, glue felt in place where the guitars will sit and where the neck comes in contact with the rack. This will keep from scratching the finish on the instruments. The drawer is made to fit inside the area you made. It has 1/8 inch clearance minimum on each side and 1/8 inch clearance minimum on top. The one we made is 20 inches deep, but you can make it as deep as you need. The separators are there for convenience and can be set at any distance you desire.